Hello and welcome to today's video. Ending off the week with some stretching, flexibility, mobility, meditation, just to round off the week, give you some variety, give you something a little different. We've done some full body workouts throughout the week here, so always a nice way to end the week off with some stretching here. So we're going to start in a seated position here. And if you can't sit comfortably flat on the floor here, what you can do is grab a cushion. If you happen to have a yoga block, feel free to grab that as well. I'm just going to use this hoodie here as an example. So you can just roll it up or whatever you have, stick it underneath your butt here if you need to. Prop your butt off the ground, making you sit a little higher up and taking some tension off the knees and maybe the hips here. So once we find that seated position here, we're going to take a nice big deep breath in and sit it up, sitting nice and tall, feeling that length into the spine here. Big deep breath in and big deep breath out. Big exhale as we come back down. We'll do two more. So big deep breath in, sit nice and tall, big inhale. Big exhale, empty those lungs out. One more. So big deep breath in and big deep breath out here, kind of sitting back into that seated position here. And from here, we're just going to roll out the shoulders. So just nice, big shoulder rolls here. And do a few going the other way, and relax here, arms to the side, big arm circle, reach it up, and arms back down to the side. So once again, big deep breath in, scoop those hands up, big reach up, and big exhale. So arms to the side here, we're getting a nice stretch into that low back here, so we can start twisting side to side, feeling how that low back is feeling, and then we're going to get into a hold here. So we're going to pick a side, we're going to bring our hand, place it on top of our knee, maybe bring our hand all the way back, looking over the shoulder. If this is too much for you with your hand behind your back, what you can do is just place your arm off to the side and looking towards that hand as well. So try and get a nice stretch into that low back. So the bigger the twist, more of a stretch. If that's too much for you, bring your hand closer to your side rather than reaching behind. And big deep breath in. Yeah, big deep breath out. Just do a few more. Big inhale, big exhale once again. Neck is relaxed, shoulders down. Inhale. We'll slowly unwind, back to center, kind of reset. We'll take it to the other side. So once again, we're going to big twist across, hand on top of our knee. Once again, reaching all the way back if we can. If that's too much, arm off to the side, and we're just looking towards that hand. So whether it's off to the side or behind us, kind of looking that direction of the hand. And big inhale. And big exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll slowly bring that hand forward, unwind here, coming back into that seated position here. Again, nice stretch into the neck here, so we're going to drop our ear down to our shoulder, hanging out here. Maybe bring our arm behind and gently pulling on the head if we need to, or we can leave that arm straight, like so. So just a nice little neck stretch here. Once again, inhale and big exhale. And we'll slowly come back to center. This time dropping the other ear to the shoulder, hanging out here, maybe extending that arm down, getting that nice length, or bring that arm behind our back and gently pulling on our head if we need to. So I like this one or this position here, so totally up to you, whatever feels good for you, as long as we're getting a nice stretch into that neck. And slowly back to center. We're slowly going to come into a tabletop position here. So if you're sitting on top of that cushion, yoga block, we'll get off of it. So we're going to bring our knees hip distance apart. Then we're going to bring our hands underneath, coming up into a tabletop here. And we'll just slowly kind of start to swing our hips side to side. Maybe feeling a stretch into that hip and into the low back here. So just nice and easy. Maybe and looking straight down, side to side. And from here, we'll get into a child's pose here. So you can take it back, reaching those hands forward, try and bring your head down to the ground. Or if you can't get your head down to the ground, once again, grabbing that cushion, pillow, yoga block, and placing it underneath. So it's right here, like so. And I can just place my head on top of it and just swing back into that child's pose. Or what we can do as well is we can take our knees a little wider and then sit back, reach those hands forward. We'll get a nice stretch into that inner thigh and into that low back. So just from here, big deep breath in, big deep breath out. And sliding those hands in, coming back up into that tabletop position. If you took your knees nice and wide, bring those back to hip distance, and slowly once again start to shift our hips side to side. We're going to get back into that child's pose. Once again, we can have our knees hip distance or nice and wide, whatever you like. So take your position, child's pose. This time what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand, reaching it over to our right hand, and feel a nice stretch into that upper back. So we should feel it right into that left side. Once again, nice big deep breath in, and big deep breath out. And we'll slowly bring that left hand back this time, taking our right hand, reaching it over to our left hand, and stretching out the right side this time. Neck is still relaxed. Yeah. Slowly bring that right hand back, sliding the hands in, coming back up into that tabletop position once again. Swing our hips side to side, seeing how it's feeling. Hopefully you're feeling a little looser. Maybe it's moving a little easier here as well. So we're going to stay in that tabletop position here. We're going to get more of a stretch into that inner thigh here. So what we're going to do, still in that tabletop position, we're going to take our left leg up. Once again, we can place a cushion or that yoga block underneath our knee if this is too much for you. So hands still underneath the shoulders here. And we're going to start to rock forward and back. So what we're trying to do here with this movement is once we find a tight spot, whether it's further back or if you kind of start to swing your body forward, once we find that tight spot, we're just going to hang out there. And if you have some wrist issues here, feel free to come up onto your hands like so. And so once you kind of start to move forward and back, see if there's another tight spot that you might feel here. And right there for me. So once again, it's a little different for everyone. That's why we kind of have to move forward and back, kind of find where it is. And all right, let's bring that knee back down. We'll take it over to the right side here. Once again, start to move forward and back. And then once we find it, start to hang out there. And feeling that nice stretch. Once it starts to loosen up a bit more, try reposition, move yourself, and try to see if there's another tight spot. Oh, yeah, right there for me. So and once again, we'll come out of that stretch, bring those knees back in. Once again, start swinging side to side and back to center. So we'll slowly come up onto our knees here. We're going to bring our left foot forward, coming into a hip flexor stretch here. So from here, we'll start to kind of drive forward. And what we can do is we can also extend that arm up, adding a little side bend, and we should feel a stretch into that oblique and into the hip right in here. So reaching straight up, leaning over. And slowly back to center. We'll take it over to the other side. Once again, if you need to, have that cushion or block underneath your knee. If you're feeling some discomfort, extend that arm up. Side bend. We'll stretch on the other side. Yeah. Slowly back to center, feet together. We're going to get ready to coming back into that tabletop position. Just going to adjust the camera here a bit. And so back into that tabletop position. We're going to get ready to lift our knees off the ground into that high plank. And then take it into a downward facing dog. Nice stretch into those calves. And what we can do is we can start to lift our heel up and then drop the other. Once again, making sure neck is still relaxed, away from the ear. Big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Slowly back into that high plank. We'll come into a pigeon stretch here. So we can stay up onto our hands or down onto our forearms, looking straight down. Feel it into that left bum here. Slowly up onto our hands if we're not already. We're going to hold ourselves up. Other leg forward. Once again, up onto your hands. We're down onto your forearms. Looking straight down and stretching out the right side. And slowly coming up onto the hands, we'll slowly make our way onto our back here. So comfortably transition, lying onto your back here. We'll have our feet flat on the ground, knees up. We're going to stretch out the outside part of our hip here. So feet hip distance, and we'll start to kind of drop our knees off to one side. Hold it for 1, maybe 2 seconds. Back up, and then over to the other side. So 2 seconds, back up. We'll do about 5 on each side. A total of 10. So just nice and easy. Side to side. I'm at about number 6 here, so 4 more to go for me. So once again, we're just working at our own pace here. You might be going a little slower. That's fine. Or if you're going a little quicker, not a problem. And so once we've done our 10 or an even number, we'll bring those knees back up here. We're going to tuck the knees in, give them a big hug, and we'll just gently rock side to side. So nice and easy, massaging out that low back. And we'll do a bit more with the inner thigh here. So coming back to the middle, we can start with our soles of the feet together, flat on the floor, knees off to the side, into that butterfly stretch. So we're feeling a nice stretch into that inner thigh. Want to make it a bit more advanced, we can lift our legs off the ground, grab our knees here, pull it in, maybe around the ankles, around the feet, up into the toes, and get a nice stretch into that inner thigh. We'll slowly, whichever position you're in, feet back on the floor here, and we're going to get to a hamstring stretch here. We'll show you 2 options. Option number 1 is from this position, lifting that left leg up, grabbing behind the knee, or further up onto your leg, depending on your flexibility, and holding that stretch here. Or if you tuned into the video that I did earlier, we're going to find some wall space here and maybe do some legs up the wall here. So once again, the further our butts away, we'll kind of take some tension off. If we're not really feeling a stretch, then we can bring that, position myself right against the wall here. So if you need less pressure, butt away from the wall, more tension, butt closer to the wall. If you're doing that single leg hold here, we'll take it to the other side here. Legs up the wall, still do legs up the wall. And just feel a nice stretch into those hammies. So I definitely recommend this one, especially if you're feeling some low back tension, tightness. Kind of just flushes the legs out. You can stay relaxed. You can kind of chill. Hopefully you don't fall asleep here. Deep into your thoughts, maybe. When will this end? Hopefully soon. And, all right. Slowly coming out of that stretch here. All right. I'm going to come back into that tabletop position here. Tabletop. And we got a nice stretch into the chest here. So we're going to bring our chest down onto the floor here. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend our arm out. And then we're going to start to use our hand here to push up. So push up. And then we're going to feel a stretch into that chest here. So arm off to the side. Kind of start to lift yourself off the ground here. So look like this if I'm facing you. So we should once again feel a stretch into that chest. So down, pushing yourself up, maybe having your leg in front as well if you want to kind of position yourself a little better. Once again. Big exhale. Big bad wolf trying to blow down the piggy's house. Huff. And we'll take it to the other side. And slowly bring ourselves down, hands in front, and sliding the hands in underneath the shoulders, getting to a little cobra, nice stretch into that low back. So we can come up onto our hands or onto our forearms. So we're just going to lift our chest off the ground here, making sure my glutes are not engaged, so they're nice and loose, so nice and soft. And I'm just lifting, just kind of getting to that cobra pose. But you feel a nice stretch into that low back. So either forearms or hands, kind of depending how much your low back can handle, can take. Yeah. So once again, chin tucked in, eyes looking straight down. And slowly bring our chest down. And from here, we're going to roll it over onto our back. We'll do a bit of Shavasana here. No one's going to complain about a little Shavasana, a little napping, a little meditation here. So what we're going to do is just find a nice comfortable space here. Legs in front, arms to the side, overhead, wherever you like. And we're just going to lie here. Eyes are closed. What we're going to focus here is we're going to focus on our breath here as we find that Shavasana position. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. So we'll spend here a few minutes. Once again, fill those lungs. Big, big exhale. Once again, try and find some calm, some peace here. It's been a hectic week, hectic few weeks. Nice little way to kind of calm ourselves. Focusing on that mental aspect of wellness here. So inhale. Once again, just working at your breath here. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. exhale. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly feeling back into your limbs. As we start to get feeling maybe wrist rolls, ankle rolls here. And we'll slowly tuck the knees in, give them a big hug. Getting into the little low back massage here. And we'll get into a nice quad stretch. So from here, rolling over onto your side. And bring that knee back. Getting into that quad stretch. And we'll take it to the other side. So. And over to the other side. And relax, coming out of the quad stretch. We're going to come back into that seated position. So you can grab that cushion, yoga block, find that seated position. Yeah. Once we're ready, we'll do some deep breaths here. So nice big deep breath in, sitting tall. 2 more. Big inhale. Big exhale. 1 more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Roll out those shoulders. And you're going the other way. And back to center. Few twists. Side to side. Sitting tall. Reach 1 more on each side. And last one. Back to center, arms to the side. Big deep breath in, reach those fingers up. Big exhale. And big inhale, big reach up. Big exhale. 1 more. Inhale and big exhale. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And hopefully we'll see you back on Monday. I will be doing a HIIT video. For the Monday workout, you'll need some towels or some socks. We're going to replicate some gliders. So if you have that space, maybe some space where there's some hardwood or tile, we're going to do some stuff with that as well. So other than that, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you back on Monday.